Well, it's fantastic. I don't know if we can go over to the live case now.
Yeah, maybe already. Yeah.
Hello, Scott. Hello, Wataru.
Dr. Eugene, can you hear us?
Hello. I can hear you. Can you see
Hello.
me?
Good afternoon. Yeah, very
Good afternoon.
clearly.
Oh, let me
We can
introduce the
see.
team to you. I'm
Yeah,
Dr. Eugene
please.
Wu from the Prince of Wales Hospital. The operator today is Dr. Frankie Tam from Queen Mary Hospital. Dr. Alan Tangajun, who is from Queen Elizabeth Hospital, is helping them. They are both APCTO fellows in Hong Kong. With me also Dr. Cao Wong from Chung Kwan O Hospital, who is supporting the case. So we have a very good case for you today. It's a tough case, I'm sorry. But I'm going to give most of the test to Dr. Alan Chan because I'm going to be working with Cao Chan next door. So shall I ask Alan to introduce the case to you?
Yes, nice to meet you all here. So let me introduce the case. This is a 58 years old man, history of chronic stable angina. In fact, the history of hyperlipidemia together with impaired fasting glucose. Actually, he had started angina with a angiogram few months ago, shows LAD CTO start from the ostium. There's also a distal left main bifurcation disease involving the big ramus together with the relatively small circumflex. Also, there is outset stenosis. They have been tackled last time, and during the same section, they tried to tackle the LAD CTO as well. Unfortunately, the CTO is stumbness start at the ostium. During the Antegrade variant, in fact, the left main and ramus need to be stented because the patient is can't really tolerate the ischemia. They have a brief attempt last time for the LAD CTO. Antegrade was failed because of brainstem, despite using IVUS guided and also Drummond catheters to puncture the proximal cap. They also tried the retrograde options, but unfortunately, the retrograde guide wire can cross to the distal cap, but the proximal CTO segment is a very ambiguous cause. We don't have a CT angiogram beforehand, and this is we come back to bring the patient back for a stage CTO PCI to LAD. Other information supplement the LVEF is normal. The base score because of failures, also brainstem together with the length more than 20 is ratio to score of 3. So I'd like to hear the opinion option, or maybe we can show the brief angiogram of we can able today. Yeah. Yes, let's show you the initial angiogram first. So we want to go for the right radial first, but because of previous attempt it was failed, so we go to bifemoral approach, 7 French. The left side is a EBU SBP4, 7 French, and the right side engaged with a AL 0.75. So this is the baseline angiogram take off. You can see outside has been standard. There is a little bit osteal disease. The left side, you can see the stand from the left main all the way to the ramus. The native cert is a bit small, it's pinched, but the flow is still okay. So other view, please. You can see actually there's a lot of collateral from the right side, including first of all the marginal branch epicardial to the distal LAD. There's also a few septal, but very tortuous septal channel, which may be able to better appreciate in the aerial caudal view. Let's go. Yes, you can see some septal. Yeah, I think we get a more decent aerial 30-degree straight. Yes, this one. Okay, you can see the epicardial from the marginal branch, also septal channel. Okay, so you get, apparently we got pretty much of the information. Any opinion or strategy the panelists want to give us some, shed us some light? What do you think? Any good advice?
I think you've given us a clue by you've put your slides up with a microcatheter there. So I think obviously the retrograde option is the apical collateral, and the main concern with that is ischemia and whether the patient would tolerate it. And the septals don't look particularly favourable. It looks like there's maybe a little lead in antegradely, but I'm not really sure if you've got some sort of side branch. You could maybe do proximal cap identification and proximal cap puncture. It's a little bit hard to see on the angio whether you do have a branch, but it's definitely tricky.
Okay, Sarah, let me fill in a little bit more detail because I was there for the last procedure. The last procedure was that he had a distal left main 90% lesion. and he presented with acute coronary syndrome. So what we did last time was to stent the proximal right, and then we sort of debated whether we should wire the LAD, but the stump of the LAD came off the distal left main lesion, and we were worried that the left main would close down. So we, in the end, decided to stent across into the Ramus. Now, of course, I'm regretting this decision entirely, but that can't be helped. Now, last time we went up to using a supercross as well as a dual lumen and a Conquest 12 gram with a Terumo IVUS guide, and we couldn't puncture Antegrade. So the retrograde channel, you're absolutely right. The septos were very difficult last time. So that's where we're at.
Okay, so maybe someone else, Dr. Nakagata, do you want to make a comment? How would you approach this case?
I have a question. The previous PCI, I have a question. I watched your previous PCI, and the retrograde approach is approaching from the septal branch. And
Yes.
did you try the retrograde approach to the direct cross already?
Yes, so
Yes.
we tried last time, we used the UB3, but there's some tortuosity in the proximal LAD, and the wire exited the vessel. We then tried the Judo 6, which also exited the vessel. And because the Ramus is quite big and the left main is quite big, the Terumo IVUS actually cannot see the proximal cap, so we cannot see clearly the retrograde wire anywhere near the proximal. So I think basically there's a tortuosity in the proximal LAD, and the wire keep exiting. So retrograde was attempted, but direct crossing was failed last time. So very difficult case.
I mean,
Yeah, in fact,
from
actually, we did try to visualize the proximal cap again this time through stent, use another IVUS system. We can barely see the proximal cap, but again, is the angulation together with the stent across of the ostial LAD. We found out the Antegrade
Maybe we
wiring
can
will
show
be
you
very
the
different.
IVUS.
Yes.
Let's show them the IVUS.
Yeah, let's show
I
you
think-
probably
Let's play
I
this
think everyone here would start by doing an IVUS.
Yeah, sure.
And and so it'd be very
So
interesting
play
to
the
see.
IVUS for them. Can you see the IVUS?
Yes, I think they can see that. So it's a pullback from the Ramus branch to the left main, which has been stented. You can see two vessels coming in, either
From
from
the,
the 4 to 5 and
4
7 to
o'clock.
8.
4 o'clock.
Yeah, they also have the circumflex as well, the native circumflex.
So
Can you-
4 o'clock is LAD, 7 o'clock is circumflex.
7
Okay.
o'clock.
And it looks like there's a lot of calcification in the LAD, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So just if you can freeze it, would be helpful.
Yeah, pause.
Greece.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, here.
Right
Mhm.
here.
Like
You go on
here,
a little bit more, you can see the calcification there.
yeah. And
Yeah,
we
lots of
have their
calcium.
data. The 11.3% cannot see the entry, and even if they given their IVUS guided entry from our data due to the stent strut and the calcification and the guide wire shadow and the distance. Yeah, so this case included the calcifier and the stent. So usually very difficult to see. Yeah.
But
Yes.
the interesting point about this, right, is with the, the 60 megahertz catheter initially, we could not see, but actually using a lower frequency catheter,
Yeah, good
it
pointing
gives you
out.
more,
Good pointing out, yeah.
more penetration. So it's actually easier to see.
And you mean the lower is better
Lower
for
is
this?
better
Yeah.
in this situation because it gives you more penetration. So
Yeah.
you've clearly seen the cap entry, and at some stage you have to, move the base of operations away from the left main. So I take it that you're going to start with trying to further Antegrade puncture under IVUS guidance. Is that the plan?
Yeah, actually, from the last time, we found really hard, even using a CP12 angled metal catheters. This time, I think if you don't disagree, we will go back to the retrograde first. Yeah, and then try to pass the wire to really close to the proximal LAD CTO cap, and then use that markers probably as a reference for us to further get some puncture. Because we found that the IVUS actually, last time, even despite using another IVUS system, we can't really puncture after we stand the LAD left Ramus.
So the one question is, did you try the puncture before stenting or after stenting?
After stenting.
After stenting. The
After
patient
stenting,
is
I
fairly
see.
ischemic last time. That's
The only
why.
reason
okay.
the only reason I ask is that sometimes, stenting makes things much more difficult, but sometimes
More easier. That's
easier
why.
because the wire catches.
Yeah, and the wire catches by the stent strut, is right?
Yeah, but sometimes worse, sometimes better.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost impossible sometimes.
So I'll fill you in with a bit of detail if you're okay with where we've gone so far.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I had this strange idea that if we can get single retrograde wire crossing with under IVUS guidance, that would make it the simplest. And so I thought if we can get retrograde, this seal is not very long, and we can get true lumen wiring, we'll be very lucky. And if we are stuck, we might be able to do a tip injection or even a tiny little HDR to see where we're going and get up to the top. But these ideas turn out to be problematic, and maybe we'll show you why it's problematic. So let's go back to the crossing. So
So actually, we can go through this similar septal branch this time. You can see that this is through some of the septal channel. The wire is a C103 supported by Cafarel long microcapitals. So very tortuous from the proximal channel. So we are good enough to negotiate through the tortuosities and then going up to the distal cap. But as you understand, the angle of attack is very close to the true distal cap. Right. Otherwise, for more distal septal run is extremely even more tortuous, which we have a big try, but it's not able to see. Otherwise, you need to go through the marginal web Ricardo channel, which may be too ischemic, as also pointed out by some of the panelists. So this is where we are. You can see.
So this was not an HDR, this was a tip injection. But because the
This
microcatheter
is
was going back and
by
forth,
chance.
we created a... So no more HDR. So then we tried to wire up a little bit, and I don't want to wire a lot because I know it's tortuous, it's going to be difficult. So this is where we are at now.
Yeah.
And so maybe this is a good time to ask the experts for advice over at CCT. What should we do next?
So Bernard, you have any comments?
That the septal that was chosen is very close or pretty much at the distal cap, so it makes it very difficult to have any wire control, microcatheter control. And after the tip injection, you really don't know where that wire and microcatheter are in the subintimal space or in the true lumen. This looks like a very distal septal already because the PDA is relatively short, is that right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. True. Otherwise, we need to consider the
Tackle the marginal.
epicardial, which will be pretty much, I think, will be very easy.
There'll be a lot of
I'd be
ischemia.
interested in other people's opinion. I think the epicardial is very dangerous.
Yeah, it's been dangerous.
Very
maybe
tortuous.
Easy, and a very easy way to occur the ischemia.
And, I think there'd be a high risk of perforation.
Yes.
So I personally would be avoiding the
Yeah,
marginal,
basically, me too.
if at all possible. I guess, the issue here is that it's likely that you're extra plaque by the looks of it. You never can be absolutely certain, but just the way that the wire's behaving, the tip shape, the fact that you did sort of HDR. And so I think, you have, even if you get access the vessel differently, you may still have a problem. So I think, this is now turned into reverse cart, right? So I think knuckling close to the ostium and then under IVUS trying to make a puncture towards that would be my strategy at the moment. What about you, Wataru?
Yes, and more confident for performing the reverse card with IVUS guided enter again. That's why there's a before, and you use a more higher frequent IVUS, but in this time more low frequent IVUS. Maybe much better for the confirm where is the actual entry. Maybe we have the chance for the stick to the entry and using the hard guide wire. Will save.
Yes, yes. Agree.
Do you need to upsize to an 8 French guide with the volcano IVUS?
We can change
We can
items.
change.
We have lots of money.
There
But
we
I think
can. I don't know.
I think we all agree. I think you guys are down the right road. I think now it's time to move to antegrade. We can use this IVUS to see whether we can see the retrograde wire and then proceed to antegrade and try to puncture, probably
So-
with the 2 lumen plus or minus a
Yeah.
cross or even a
Right.
shooting balloon.
Right.
So that's pretty good. So I suggest we let them work because we have 2 cases and we only have 2 hours. And I will try to meet you in the other lab, which I'm going to spend most of the time, and see the other case. Is that okay for you guys?
Yeah, Eugene, just one question.
Yeah.
We're sort of seeing the cranial view. In the RO caudal view, how
RO
close
caudal.
is the retrograde wire to the
Right.
ostium?
Yeah.
And again, if it's not
Yes.
close, are you going to use a knuckle to, like a Gladys MG, to progress it to near ostium?
Yeah, and another good option is actually after that get advanced the retrograde guide wire.
Not that
Maybe
far.
this retrograde
Very
guide
close,
wire
very
good
close.
good milestone for the antegrade procedure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we use the Neo 3 because I think the Neo 3 is least likely to go outside the vessel architecture. We haven't gone to a knuckle yet, but I think I want to see antegrade IVUS and get antegrade in first. The previous markings, this wire seems to be pretty close to the LAD, and I think it is still inside the vessel architecture.
Okay.
But it's pretty easy to exit here, so I'm not going to manipulate the retrograde wire anymore. I'm going to go antegrade, I think. Okay.
So
Okay.
any of the
Great.
panel
All right.
disagree, alternatives?
Bye.
Everyone would try and make antegrade progress at the moment? Anyone have a different strategy?
No? Dr. Masuda?
A different idea?
Yeah, different option.
Yes, thank you. So, as Scott said, maybe the reverse current to use the balloon and make the balloon is maybe Malcolm. So, but the very difficult situation to there and the stand structure and the big calcification. And maybe there it is necessary to use the more higher penetration force guide wire, maybe the CP12ST. But very risky for the retrograde. So and one idea I wouldn't after failing that. Maybe I would use the IVL to crash to the behind calcium. The calcium behind the strut. So maybe reverse curl is the feasible to use the IVL after, and it means very maybe the easier to the cross to the because the calcium plug is maybe the fragile and the soft. So the IVL is one option for me.
Okay,
Thank
I
you
think
very
that's
much.
reasonable. I think if we are stuck, we could try IVLing the stent, and then that might help us.
Yes, I know that Eugene doesn't want to have a HDR, but I proponent of retrograde HDR for this case.
Yes,
Just
I did
laser.
plan on retrograde HDR initially, but the first injection, you can see already a subintimal. So I don't like doing subintimal HDR, and even Carlino doesn't recommend subintimal HDR.
Yeah.
So I think we did an accidental HDR, which is good. It helped us with clarifying the vessel position a little bit. So at the moment, you can see the IVUS. We can't see the retrograde wire. So we're not that
We
near.
can't see the IVUS at the moment.
Oh, can you show the IVUS to the conference?
Yep. Can you play the IVUS, please?
Can you show
No.
them the IVUS?
No, we
Yes,
can
yes.
see.
This is real time. Yes.
Okay. If you move the retrograde wire a little bit, can you see anything move in that LED?
It looks like a little bit too far.
That's not it though.
Yeah, a little bit
Same
far.
as before, the 7. Yeah.
Calcium.
Yeah, you can see.
Yeah, same. You can't see anything.
Yeah.
So I think antegrade puncture.
They get some progress
And
into
this-
the cerebral body.
The LAD's at 3 o'clock?
Or the
No,
7?
the LED is 7
Which-
o'clock. 7 o'clock.
7.
7
Oh.
o'clock.
7 o'clock. LED is more proximal.
3 o'clock, I guess.
I think it's the 3-4 o'clock maybe the LED.
No, 3-4 should be circumflex.
Circumflex, but you have the calcium.
No. We are coming from the distal.
Oh, hold on. Let me
proximal.
see. Which is proximal?
There's a lot of calcium in the
3 o'clock.
Oh,
lumen.
3 o'clock is calcium. Okay.
Yeah, we have the
3 o'clock is calcium. And we see the wire?
Make sure you put the wire in the right direction.
We can't see anything. Can we
see
see a
anything.
wire?
Oh, no.
Very
Oh,
confused.
really?
Okay. Right
Yeah,
direction. Very
yeah,
good.
sure. The branch
Okay.
level is the same as circumflex. Yeah,
same.
I think. Yeah, actually, IVUS is a good idea. Yeah. So this hard matter is more softer. After that, giving the IVL.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to go now or you want to wire first? Because you can say the stent can be expanded more, right? It's a little bit
So I was just
under.
going to ask you that. Do you, and I don't know about proximally, because again, like doing a good pot may help you as well. If the stent's underexpanded, particularly. I don't know what the expansion is, just proximal.
Last time is the 4.0 and 4.5 NC.
Okay.
Maybe the original basis size, medial to medial size is a 4 round. Yeah, looks like 4 round.
Okay. So we can't see retrograde wire, right?
No.
Cannot see. Yeah.
No. So you will try and make antegrade puncture now?
Yes, I think it will be our next strategy.
Yeah. Do you have the venture catheter, Eugene?
No,
Venture, no.
we don't. We have super cross and we have
For free.
But you have everything.
no, I don't have everything. You see? So we have super cross, but we don't have. So maybe we should use that. If we have this is just NC to blow up the left main Ramus stand,
Little
and
bit
then we
more.
try again with the Antegrade wiring.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to move to the next room and join us over there, and we'll show you the next case. Okay?
Left.
Okay, please go ahead. Yeah, please move to the next case.
It's nice to see that Eugene's chosen a nice, easy case for his fellows.
Education. Eh?
Wataru?
이거
Hello?
이거 Yeah, good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, good.
Yes.
All right. So I don't, like you, I don't know what happened because I was in the other room. So depend on Alan to tell us.
Yeah,
so,
let me
Alan,
go through the. I think we. 俾提先唔使一擺喎
Please
So I think-
explain about how was progress. Yeah.
Yes, we have very successful progress, good progress. So I think you remember we leave you somewhere here, right? Can you see this? Can you see this? Yes. So our retrograde system, as far as you remember, is a Milku New 3, and we have discussed we need to start Antegrade wiring. So I follow what you have all suggest. We poper the left main further to do a better position of the old stand. It's a 4.0 NC. Afterwards, we have this one. I think we try to use we change because the Milku New 3 is a little bit very jerky. So we change to have a Galaxy MG to really try to delineate the proximal CTO vessel course and try to remove those ambiguity. And we know, I think from this angle, you can see. And then Antegrade is a through same metal catheters supporting a contrast pole 12. So we have a marker from the retrograde system, right? And the puncture size should be from the core spider wheel is to 12 o'clock forward the retrograde wire, and to also the 12 o'clock on the aerial wheel. So you can see how jerky it is. So we make a puncture. This is what we're able to get. But after rewiring, we noticed that this wire cannot able to negotiate the proximal band of the proximal LED. So we entered this. So what we did, we stepped down our wire to a Galaxy EX to have more hard to and then you can see. So it's more like a stick and spot. So we stick with a CP12. We entered the steel body, but because of the tortuosity, we stepped down to a
We're not seeing an image at the moment.
Can you
can you see
the Can you
the
show
spider?
the
Can you
other
show the
wheel,
spider?
the spider wheel? Yes, This is the Gladic CX.
Play it a few more times. Let them see
Right.
the Gladic CX step
So
down.
make a big curve. You seem is engage the thumb and then pull back and then straighten the wire sharp and then we advance. Very smooth.
Very
Okay.
smooth. Okay.
Right. And then we check both field, make sure it is still the two wires are actually parallel to each other.
Can you see the both views?
Can you see the both field? I think you can see the both field, right? From the spider and from the aerial caudal. And we check one more from the AV cranial. So I think we're pretty sure we can do the reverse cut. I think the rest will be simple. So you just use, we know that the retrograde wire is a submental plane. Antegrade wire likely also in the submental plane. So we use a tube balloon.
Did you check the puncture point on IVUS?
Yes, afterwards we check it.
Very,
afterwards.
very important.
Show the IVUS.
Right?
Show the IVUS.
Yeah, we can show you the
Otherwise
IVUS.
Yeah.
So this is the IVUS. This is after
So
puncture,
the IVUS study there just punctured after the using the conquest.
after puncture.
Okay.
Puncture with a CP12 and then wire with a.
There you see at 4 o'clock.
Mm.
Yeah. Go back a little bit. Go up. Pull up. Pull up. Up. Okay, play again.
Yeah.
Play. Press play. There you can see.
You can see it's definitely
probably subintimal, right?
Yeah,
It's very near the edge of the vessel.
right. So that's why you can see the both wires are actually in the same plane from the fluoroscopic point of view.
Yeah, looks like this guy will position the edge of the vessel, I think.
Yeah, so you can see. But it's coming out not subintimal in the left main at least.
Yeah.
Or it's not going subintimal in the left main. It is puncturing through the stent strut into the LAD
That's
architecture.
But less of a problem with the stent there, right? If this was no stent, then subintimal shift is more of a problem.
Yeah.
With the stent there, it's less of a problem because you've got that scaffold.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I guess the question is, we got to this point, we've got overlap of wires, we're going to do reverse cart. So I guess the question is, what is the next step? Sarah, what would you do next?
Can I just what your antegrade wire is again? Sorry, I think I missed that bit.
This is a Gladic CX.
And then you're basing your balloon. What's your go-to balloon size for revert cart? Because I've seen some variations. Some people are 2.0 and some people are 3, and that's probably less of a problem here.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What will you use? What size of balloon you use?
I go for at least 2.5, maybe 3. Start with 2.5 and then see.
Okay.
So one of the questions is, and I don't know, Sarah, and I don't know what you would do. The problem with reverse cart near the left main is always problematic, right? So and the wires look very close and may be very easy, but I like to dilate and then advance a guide extension a short distance into the LAD and into the guide extension, and in that way, you're away from the left main and reduce the risk of hematoma or problems. There's a stent here, so maybe not such a problem. But
maybe already we give the stent and after the main trunk, maybe much safer for the usual.
Yes.
So did you get any further than this, Alan?
No, I think this is where we are, and then we use it. Actually, it's just a 2.0 balloon, but we think that the two wire actually are pretty in the same plane. So we use the 2.0 balloon. This is made up. That's why you see the big image a little bit. But using the same Gladic MG is not able to go into the left main. So we change to a Xeon black with a very small tip, right? And then afterwards, it's very easy to get into the inside the left main stand and then enter the antegrade guide.
But then you need to check IVUS again, right?
Yes.
Have we done that?
So this is, actually this is...
this is last IVUS.
Yeah,
so we're looking at the wrong IVUS. This is the final IVUS with the retrograde Xeon black. So can we play that again? Can you see the IVUS? Play, just press play. You can see the IVUS, okay. So
I think you can see the Y is actually inside the left main.
4 o'clock. So subintimal position, probably very near the edge, coming in through the stent strut. Pretty good position.
We are coming in
Oh,
and out. We
you're
are coming in and out.
You're not doing a pullback. You're going in and out.
Where?
Okay.
I cannot see that.
Can you?
Where?
Can you show the IVUS? You cannot see. Yeah, I think that there's some lacking
It's not a
behind.
pullback, right?
It's not a pullback. It's
Yeah,
back
right.
and forth. Okay, let me do the
Yeah.
other side.
So we need to see the
There's
pullback.
some lacking of the.
Okay, so here is distal. 4 o'clock is coming in the LAD. You can see there is this brighter shadow almost at 3 o'clock near the edge. That's probably is the wire. Oh, but we've gone more distal now. We're coming back more proximal.
This one? Oh, okay.
There you go. It's coming out. Go back distal. Coming out through the stent strut. 3 o'clock. You see? 3
We
o'clock.
are inside
You can see.
stand.
Going distal, proximal. Distal, proximal. Distal, proximal. Distal, proximal. But he doesn't do much more proximal because he then goes back distal, okay? So we go back to distal. But we can see the coming through, okay? Did we track the wire all the way through in the end? Didn't.
No, not
Or
really.
maybe
Yeah.
here. Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
There you can see both wires. You can see it coming in. This is proximal going to distal. And there it goes in. Okay, so we can see the whole wire course. Good.
Yeah, we can
Convincing?
see the whole.
Okay, good. So now, what is your advice? What should we do next?
Yeah. Okay. Do you have there some opinions? Do you have the some there? Okay. Dr. Nakagata, do you have? What's next?
You succeed in the reverse curve already. No?
Yes.
Yes.
And the lateral wire is jumping to the LMT.
Yes.
And the
check
Antegrade.
IVUS, so
And the Antegrade
It already
guidance.
come out to
Antegrade.
the guiding.
yeah, just do
Yes,
the
yes.
externalization.
Externalization.
then-
We've done
Okay.
externalization? Already?
Yes.
Yes, already.
Yes.
Very fast. Sorry, students are too fast in Hong Kong. Sorry.
Yeah, but we have to discuss about for this case, and I support that tipping is a very difficult for the insertion
yes.
by
We
consider.
have
Yeah.
discussed this.
Externalization is much better for, and even if given their anchor bearing, yeah, but
Right, good.
not difficult.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why we go for externalization. You can see the why is working all around. We're making tipping very difficult. So we externalize, and we use the same crusade room catheters to wire down the LED. And I think this is
So,
it's probably I think the longest one. Can you see? Can you go back to the cine?
Angio, please.
We need to
yet.
see the cine.
Right,
There
support?
is.
We show
we
us
have some
the
time.
Can you play the cine?
yes.
You can see the cine.
Now we can
Yeah.
see.
So this is
Cine. They can't see the cine.
yeah, it is below.
Yeah.
Can you see? There's a room catheters, and then you use a regular workhorse wire to pass down the LED.
I think there's some important steps before this, right? Because I don't know if you can show the retrograde microcatheter crossing. So one of the problems that you potentially can have is with a retrograde microcatheter crossing is you have to be very careful because this guy can easily distort the stent in the left main, right? So particularly when you're trapping and then trying to pull the guide through and then withdraw it very easily to cause longitudinal stent deformation.
Yes.
Yes.
I've
So-
actually pushed the whole stent off the wall into the guiding, into the aorta by
So
doing this before. So
it's-
you need to
It's
be
a
careful.
step we missed, but it's a very important step in this that, when we're trapping and, advancing, but also withdrawing, we have to be very paranoid
You
about
have
the
to
guiding.
do very magnified view to look at the stent structure as your retrograde microcatheter crosses it, because if it catches one strut, it can push the stent and deform it.
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
and also
The
it's
easy way
important to leave
cause
time
deformation.
between the first stenting and the subsequent procedure. So this case was done in July, so we waited 3 months for it to heal, have some endothelium to keep the stent against the wall. That will help with less chance of deformation. Okay.
And we haven't seen the proximal, but I take it the stent doesn't protrude into the aorta because that's another, important.
No, it doesn't go into the aorta.
because much more difficult to
That makes
manage.
life very difficult. Actually, both cases. So Carl's case also, the RCA was stented to the os, and we were very careful. We used a Scott's technique last time to make sure that it wasn't in the aorta because we knew we had to come back to do retrograde. There's a chance for this case. So the case is very important. If you stick the left main stent out into the aorta, the next time you might have so much trouble seating a guiding. So we were lucky to have a good position. So if this is just for everybody, it's important if you're doing right to left CTO retrograde through a septal to use dual lumen to get the main LAD, because if you stand on this RG3 wire, there's a chance the distal edge is going to go into the septal, and then you will rupture the septal and you'll be standing in the septal, jailing off the LAD. So it's very important to get back antegrade flow by using a dual lumen to get an antegrade true lumen. So my question to Alan, is this the time you would take out the retrograde system? Or?
Yes, I think we have we first I think remove the lumen catheters, and then we remove get a donor check, and then I think our retrograde guy are already partially disengaged. Probably we will follow those steps. We will in fact take out one by one. So take out the lumen catheters, make sure everything's okay, the balloon it, and before we take out the retrograde gear. Okay. For trapping, is that trapping too? So the problem is, I think the diagonal branch, probably we are not pretty sure we're able to preserve, because you can remember the retrograde contrast injection, not intentional, to have a big one, but a really tiny HDR type, but actually to make a big minimal hematoma. Likely the diagonal, hopefully, luckily it's not that big. Probably will not be really causing much damage.
So if there are no more comments, we're going to move back to the other cases, the end result, and let them work here and come back and see this. We have a secret third case for you if we are going so fast. But we'll see. So I will see you in a moment. Let's go to the other lab.
Do you think 你擺個逐個 stand boost 睇下咩樣？究竟係啲 stand 係咪可能你嗰個位係咯翹得好緊要可能？咪始終你係 cool 落喺。但係你冇控制，你可能個 LED 嗰個 entrance 係咁啊 lift 起咗啲 metal 落嚟就而家係啊。呢個 proximal 啲，可能要 proximal 啲，咪試下咯。好咯，咁啊，你都可以拉出嚟。我呢種 stand boost 睇下個 stand architecture 係點啫。我哋 stand boost 係咯，就係呢個得啦，可能呢個得啦，係啦，係啦 ，front topping 得啦 ，IVUS 啲睇唔到。stand boost 啊！哎呀，歪咗張台，噴過啲，哇！佢嗰個噴埋。stand 啦，係啊，高啲，係啊。OK，stand boost 唔該。睇到嘅，一睇到嘅。係好似個 ring 嘅咁覺得個 ostial 係個 ring 咁。但係冇辦法㗎嗰度。我想話啲 stand expansion 嗰啲。頭先咪 stand balloon 咪嗰個位頭先可能點解上面開到，就係嗰個位箍住咗啊。哇，咁樣係。其實係 OK 嘅喎，係咁 double barrel 咁咯。好啦，等下先。啊，呢個係咪？呢個係西班牙。好，16。係啊，佢而家好近，佢即係好近嘅兩個 angle。換翻個染咯，呢個係啊，而家順㗎。好，按咩可以按通翻去先，按咩翻去先？上啦。好，16。好，順啊，而家走2次。好啦，咁啊25波。呢個攞台嚟已經犀利，犀利。兩下俾佢過咗，兩下過咗。Antegrade 嗰啲有時都好唔 predictable 嘅。講你又話 septal retrograde 要 咁你 Antegrade 衝落去咪唔使啦？
呢個係2S2啊，
呢個係 Antegrade，即係你呢個最難嘅，
係
最近嘅，因為你個 stand 咗好難啊，stand 咗好難啊，你個 angle 係好唔 favourable。
好彩啊！啱啱嗰條 T12係
係啊，喂，上次其實入到嘅，不過佢冇轉入咗啦，應該係啦。好，18、20，哇，結繩咯喎！但係個 angle 咁 narrow 咧，呢啲 angle 都係差。可能 spider 容易睇啲啦，應該就。你睇呢邊，你睇下兩邊個波 space 收，喺度咯，你人得，係啦，出多少少嘅啫，係咪？兩個出多少少，出到兩邊出多少少。LVD 喎又出多啲，喺度啦，係咯，得個啦，離開晒佢啦，唔怕佢。好啦，十幾多
？12先啦。
而家好啊。
1、2、3得。
我都好耐冇攞兩個 indicator 啦都，我全部都用 mail free 嚟㗎嘛。係啊，唔使即係唔使兩個 indicator，同步啊，所有嘢都一定係同步。好，走埋啦。破咯。你出嚟就分到啦，講個40先，40波，40呢度。哦，唔係啊 ，LED distal LED 我哋未再做靚佢嘅。
Angel 睇先咯，
係啊，梗係啦，但係我哋未整啊嘛，可以而家陣間打少少 TNT， 埋佢先。即係其實上次佢都去到嗰頭㗎啦，不過咧就
冇用呢個 stick and spot 呢個。
係啊，我哋今次梗係有同上次有啲唔同先至 success 㗎啦。喂，過晒咯，哇，40波衝咗落去，好難睇。啊，係咯，要唔要入咗去啊？係啦，呢度啦，入咗去啊！哇，好難睇，就應該。好，10啦，12啊。好 deflate 拉後整多下啦，無論你之前你點樣 deform 都好，拉後打多嘢喺佢貼到。好，14，得 deflate。
差唔多啦，先生，我哋係。
係啦，我哋差唔多咯。好啦，good啦。喂，照咗嘢先不如嚇。before 我哋 IVUS 打啲 TN 少少 TNG 嚇，要唔要睇啊？照咗嘢先，我等下，因為攞個20，可能甚至去攞個20成條去。
望先，
係咯。
未睇先。好我哋先點擺好位先。RVO call 度有呢個 cranial 先。
cranial 咯，其實 cranial 係啦，係啦 cranial 加 spider 咯，大興咯。好。25都得喎，其實都唔使咁係。
擺好位啊。
25啊，放翻大嘅。係咯，兩邊都係。好，擺翻 ankle 先。
擺好位先啊。
好，呢邊係個 cranial 啫，就睇唔到底。得啦 ，OK。
好啊，點咪？
好。
好。
唔錯喎，幾靚喎。LED 可能都唔使搞嘅嘞喎。
係咯，可以唔搞嘅啦。
係喎，唔好搞。呢個都幾靚啊，個 shot 都仲有 follow 啊。
呢啲係爭少少。
冇辦法㗎，你嗰個舊聲箍咗你㗎，你打爆佢㗎咯。LED 去 IVUS 下咯，你個 longevity 都係 keep 個 LED 嘅啫。3 stand 跟住攞個30 inch 波咯，梗係35係打爆嘅 LED 嘅。
冇啦。
D1 都仲係好似喺度喎，條 D1 仲喺度，嗰條
嗰個 stand extension limit
舊嗰個，我所以問頭先上一次俾你 send 咯，佢話 IVUS 應該都大個噃。好，準備 IVUS ring down 啦，我哋。好遠，好。我哋上唔到 mon 又冇用嚟到，可能要轉翻嗰個，佢哋。我呢度得，緊要佢轉翻嚟㗎啦。好得，好record。
得係。
啦，佢自己要高㗎啦呢啲，唔使搞。
唔搞嗰啲。
唔係你 angiogram 頭先嗰個，買唔使搞。睇翻下先。你唔使。
好 diffuse 啫。
呢啲似啲 grow 你其實成條衝落去都係好 diffuse。
我哋 sell 啦，sell 靚。
係咯 ，OK 啦，㗎啦。
哇！呢度。
睇下，按住你攞個EMNC 打下咯。Distal stand S 多 EMNC， 我哋有 EMNC 啊。
我哋個 EMNC。
驗好咯，有。頭先我 plot 嗰個嘛，頭先我哋 kissing 嗰個。我驗，唔係驗嗰個係底下 tube 嚟㗎嘛，唔怕。係個上面嗰橛，我哋唔好打唔睇。
好驗一先啊。
好啦，驗喺個 distal stand S 衝上嚟打一次，跟住就收工。好。喂，我 chrome 晒佢啊，係咯。分圖咗啦，出咗，chrome 埋啲啊，即係 chrome 埋佢，係啦，呢個啦，係啦，驗飛18，好4，驗飛18，好，又打多下呢度咯，24，好咯，上面30打咗噶咯，係啦，好啦，正常翻個 scale 啦。咁啊夠咯喎嚇，算啦，抌 Angel 啦，係咪？Angel 啦，
知唔知有邊人唔知啦？
走咗噶啦。
打 North 㗎啦，跟住。
哦。
算啦，冇搞冇搞。
使啦。
冇嘢。
咪 closure 咯。
哇，好啦，完啦。
好，咁啊25 scale 出啲 Y 咯，走埋條 Ramus 咯，不如走條 Ramus 先，係啦。好。好，咁啊排拼因為兩邊 cranial。做埋嗰邊 cranial 咯，係咯。
RL cranial 同AL cranial。
係啦。有咩 closure 咧？
佢輕過呢度啊？
輕。你話事啊？
佢 close OK 呢度係嘛？
你話事。
輕㗎嘛？
你話事啊？
唔知啊，要手撳啊。
咁大劑。好，你睇埋個 lateral 咯。OK，good 啦。拉埋走呢個啦。follow， 你都跌成基礎㗎啦。係啦，擺喺度啦，唔好遮住啊。好。哦，得係好，驗飛唔知。好靚。夠啦，夠佢用啦。係咯，幾好啊！條 Ramus 都好大條啊。係咁咯，send 俾阿思亮睇下先。就係掹啦。
得
晒啦。
走啦嘛。
係啦。
多唔少啦。